Hey everybody. So I'm gonna do a video on the event, and we're gonna do some Harbinger stuff. So, we got a new hero named Harbinger, but first things first, let's cover a little bit on this event. Um, oh man, where is it? Da, 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 da. All right, so real quick, everybody. I This is just game-wise thinking. This is a new ultimate skin for Zom. It's available for the top 10 individual players. Guilds has nothing to do with it in the game. Please don't encourage a precedent where people are willing to spend 12, 16 hours a day or $200 plus to get a skin that everyone else is going to get in a month. Remember the Rune Forge Valken skin. So there's people that went ballistic for it, spent a lot of money, spent a lot of time, and then everyone in the game gets it just a couple weeks later. So please don't encourage this elite skin business and going nuts for it. It's a bad precedent. So first off, feedback for as far as the event goes, I really like it. I think the pumpkins are great. I think the payouts are reasonable. I wish some of the runes could be a little bit better in the event shop. If you're going to be doing this event, definitely get this. Okay, that's going to be a tainted rune pretty much. Not that one. Where's it at? There you go. Get those. So the elite nature rune right here, and the elite nature rune right here with the sanctified business. All these other ones are cute, but completely unnecessary. Get these tokens if you can. Get these tokens if you can. They inflated the gem bucket a lot. I don't do that. The loot keys are decently priced as well, so if you're into that sort of thing, but it's much better to just use gold to get it. Anyway, so now we got a new hero, folks. So something I'd like to point out just aesthetically about the new guy, looks amazing. So if you think about the skin that they put out for Lori, it was the best skin that they've ever made, aesthetically wise. Very much detail. Lori looks great, way better than she did as a really weird bumblebee. But look at this guy, this Harbinger. Look at the armor details. Look at the weapon. Just looks like a great hero. He doesn't look like he was made in a day or two. So this is really nice artwork. Really like the aesthetics wise of him. Now let's get into some statistics. First off, he is armored, so he takes 25% less damage from physical attacks. His ethereal, so 20% damage reduction, that's all damage types, and health does not drop below 1 on the first turn. This effect can't be stolen, copied, or purged. Now, chaos, shield piercing, etc. will kill him. Fast attacks first, but base attack is reduced by 20%. Skills increased by 20%. Whispering Terror. Allied warriors are immune to fear and cannot be retaliated against. I like the retaliated against part because it kind of breaks your dependency a little bit on Serenity. However, there's so much chaos and tainted damage in the game now that Serenity is almost mandatory. And Lupina isn't a big deal on defense, so I don't know what being immune to fear is good for at all. Yeah. The Face of Terror. 15% damage reduction from enemies inflicted with terror. Now, as soon as he starts afflicting people with terror, he's going to get a lot of great damage reduction once again from all damage types. So if you get stacks of terror going on, okay, and you got ethereal, all right, so now you have 35% damage reduction, and that's just base. Undying Terror. On death, consumes all existing terror stacks on enemies and unleashes a range area of effect dark attack on enemies. Now, this effect will damage everybody. Now, this does not say it's undodgeable. Okay, so people can dodge this attack if there's evasion runes, etc. present. So I'll go into that in just a bit. But it's a dark attack. So Dearest, for example, gets healed by dark attacks like Doom Bolt and Gravedigger, and a lot of Kobold attacks actually heal Queen Dearest. So make sure that maybe that's not your strategy versus her. Hatred of the Spirits. Increased attack when any spirit dies in combat. Stacks up to 3 times. Resets each encounter and cannot be copied or stolen. Now, the only spirit you're most likely going to pair this with, there's more spirits. There's more things to come, of course, but Realistically, right now, you're only going to be using him with Archon, so you're going to get one stack at best. So a lot of people are going to use like Cataclysmic Conflagration from Archon, and that's going to buff everyone's attack, but that's also going to give him a stack of Hatred of the Spirits, and so he's going to be hitting much harder if an Archon detonates before he attacks. Blessings of the Seeker. Now, I built mine more defensive, and there's a reason why, but the reason why isn't going to be apparent until we get into his kit. Crushing Attack, a basic melee physical attack doing 731 base damage to target and one random enemy. So this is a rampage basic attack, very similar to Grognog. Conqueror Strikes, melee dark attack. Once again, it's a dark attack, so it healed Dearest. This is not a good way to kill Dearest. For 2,047 base damage on all enemies, with chance to apply terror and inflict choke crit for 2 turns on hit. Now, this is a great ability, but it's on all enemies, so this will not get you Adept Strikes if you're on a team with, say, Serenity. But it does inflict terror on everybody. Okay? So you can inflict terror on everyone and get terror stacks going on, which gives you damage reduction, but you're not going to get Adept Strikes from this, for example, if you lead off with this. Conqueror's Charge, melee dark attack on a single target for 2340 base damage with splash damage applied to all other enemies. Now this is a single target attack. It just simply has splash damage, similar to Malice's Malevolent Strike, and a chance to inflict terror. So once again, you're always preaching about skill. You're going to want a little bit of skill on this guy, which he's already going to get a boost because he's fast, but you want to get stacks of terror going. Now, Conqueror's Wrath consumes all existing terror stacks and targets a single enemy for 1316 base damage times the number of stacks consumed. Now, let's talk about this. Okay, terror stacks. You can get stacks going on opposing people, up to 3. Okay, so at max, you're going to have 12 stacks of terror on an enemy team. So this means that Conqueror's Wrath would do 12 times 1316 base damage, which would make this the new highest single target ability in the game, assuming, of course, that you have 12 stacks of terror. Now, it is a single target attack, and it's melee. So this is one of those things where you got to start thinking, okay? So something I do with new heroes, and I don't think I've ever shown you guys this before, but something I do with new heroes is I just pick a random dungeon. I'll pick Catacombs of Muck. I'm going to bring out this team right here. I'm going to bring it doesn't really matter who I bring. Normally I'd want to bring the event skin boosted people but for the video, let's speed this up to ×2. Now, first thing I'm going to look at is, look, this one it would take 3 festives to activate this right away. Okay, obviously 2 for this one, and this one starts powered. So I got him on a team with Serenity, but you notice I didn't get Adept Strikes from that, because it would have given me the icon for Adept Strikes. Whereas this single target attack, it's a rampage single target attack, but I still got haste. So we know, all right, his basic attack will get us Adept Strikes from Our Lady Serenity. So with that in mind, we want to build terror stacks, and we want him to die well. In order for us to get terror stacks off, he needs to survive, because terror stacks increase the amount of damage he does, so he doesn't necessarily need to be a super offensive hero. But when he dies, he can do a lot of damage, similar to Furno's death damage, except for Furno's death damage doesn't miss for some god-blessed reason. So, let's do this, okay? So I have a bunch of foresights and stuff on him. Let's do this. Do we have, oh man, not sure. I don't remember where I put all my, where is there you go. We'll take some of the foresight off, and we're going to put some festives. And why are we putting festives on? Well, because didn't you just say that that's one thing? Okay. That's right. That's exactly what we're doing it. So I'm going to put this foresight on there, just in case we magically find, where did it go? Oh. And you'll notice, once again, so we're going festive, festive, foresight. I honestly wish I could have one more foresight on him, but there we go. So he's super defensive, well, as defensive as he can be at 2 stars. Now I'm going to go back into, but I'm going to create a situation where he's got to actually be used. He's got to actually do things. So I'll just go in here, same team, and now we'll see what's up. Okay. So now I'm going to do this. He doesn't get any extra attacks. Look how many attacks that was, though. Okay. But he didn't get I don't know why, for a single target melee attack with Serenity. I gotta report that. I don't know why that doesn't work. That should work. Anyway, we'll get that fixed, guys. But that should absolutely activate Adept Strikes from Serenity. It's a single target melee attack, so I'm not understanding why that didn't work. So in that case, the festive thing's completely off. So now I'm just going to want to spread Conqueror's Wrath on everybody. So now with this, we have reduced attack, lasts until consumed by Harbinger, cannot be copied, removed, copied, or stolen. So this is a lot like Doom, but it's reduced attack. So I'm going to keep Archon alive for now because I know it's coming at the end of this dungeon. Dude, look at these guys just putting down work. I really wish his basic attack was more than a rampage. I wish his basic attack applied terror as well. There's a few things that we could have done with this guy. Conqueror melee dark attack with splash damage on all enemies. Here we go. And once again, that's a single target attack, just like Malice's that didn't activate Adept Strikes. I'm not digging it. That's just another reason not to spend money on this hero. Just let him max out organically. There's no reason that shouldn't work. I want to get a bunch of terror stacks on people so I can so he can die, but it doesn't look like he's gonna die. All right, let's see this Wrath of the Spirits business. So I'm gonna do Conqueror Strike here. So we got terror now. I'm gonna detonate this guy. Well, but look at this. So theoretically, if you use Archon first, or Harbinger second, when he did those abilities, he would have a much higher boosted attack, and he'd get another 15% from the Anger of the Spirits. So, in recap, don't go too crazy for the ultimate skin. Everyone's going to get it in a month for a fraction of the cost that you decide to blow your Christmas money on. The event's decent, good pumpkins, good Aether from getting everything. Really enjoy it. As far as the hero goes, he's decent. Some cool stuff there, but there's a few things that need worked out for him to be legitimately usable on a high scale. But that's the mechanics of him. You want him paired on a team with Archon. You want that boosted damage. You want to spread terror stacks. If you make him too offensive, he's not going to get terror stacks down. And then all of his abilities, which are highly contingent on terror, how much damage he does, his damage reduction, then he's kind of for nothing. So you definitely want to make him where he can survive some hits and spread some terror stacks around for himself and the whole team. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy Harbinger. Have fun with him. Tweak around with it. I'm going to go throw a fit about how his abilities aren't activating Adept Strikes. Y'all have a good one.